What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel with me, Clem Boogie. We're at week 3 of the NFL season. A lot of news, a lot of things to get to. A lot of teams looking like pretenders, a lot of teams looking like contenders. But you know how I give it up on this channel. 4 picks, 1 upset alert. Let's make some money, people. First game up, we have the New Orleans Saints versus the Green Bay Packers. The Saints are undefeated currently, but by the skin of their teeth. Not really covering a lot of points on their games against inferior talent and opponents, but nonetheless, a win is a win. On the other side, you have Green Bay, new regime, Jordan Love as the quarterback, and he has his slew of receivers and skill players. They also have Aaron Jones in the backfield, and they have a competent defense. Also, a like-minded coach who knows what he's doing, who's gotten to the NFC Championship game a couple of times or two. But with that being said, I like the New Orleans Saints in this spot. They haven't covered a game this season, but this Sunday that will change, and I'm going with the Saints to cover. I believe the spread is at +1, so I like the Saints in this spot. Next game up, we have the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not leaning towards any team on this game. However, both teams have potent offense. They have a bunch of skilled players all over the field. So expect the ball to be thrown all over the yard. So with this, I'm going with the over, and it sits at 54. Look for that number to etch up as game time approaches, but the over by far is my pick. Next game up is the Atlanta Falcons versus the Detroit Lions. In this game, look for the Detroit Lions to bounce back after a lackluster performance last week. Look for Jared Goff to be on top of his game and utilize all his skilled players, getting the ball left to right all over the yard for all his playmakers to make plays. On the other side, Atlanta Falcons, very young, spry. They are seemingly surprising a lot of people, especially in the weak NFC South division. You can look for them to make some noise. They do have some up-and-coming talent in Kyle Pitts. I think Ritter is a good quarterback, placeholder for the moment, but they also have some skill position players, wide receiver position. They hold in tow with some young talent, and they're not afraid. They're not scared. However, that defense can be had, and that's exactly what Detroit will be doing, poking holes. And if Jared Goff is precise, look for him to be on top of his game, and they will cover the spread at 3 points. So look for and that's my pick. Next game up is the Arizona Cardinals versus the Dallas Cowboys. Now, sad news to report, Trayvon Diggs goes down to season-ending injury. I believe it's an ACL tear in his knee, but much prayers and speedy recovery to him. But with that being said, there will be no love, no forgiveness, no penance for the Arizona Cardinals in this game. I don't have anything good to say about the Cardinals. They did show some vigor, some fire when they played the Giants. But after all, we've seen what the Giants' true colors are this past Thursday. With that being said, look for Dallas to look out for blood. They will look out for their prey, and they will just savagely beat the Arizona Cardinals. I believe the spread is at 12.5. Look for the Cowboys to complete the spread. If not, you mess around, they might even double it. So here, I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys in this spot, and that's my pick. My upset pick comes by way of the Steelers versus the Raiders. I'm not too in tune with either or team. Both teams seem to be suffering and struggling in both respective spots. But here, I'm choosing the Steelers, and the Steelers are getting 2.5 points. But in my mind, I have the Steelers beating the Raiders outright, and I'll tell you why. The Steelers offensively have shown you absolutely nothing. We're reaching week 3, which everyone is getting familiarized with offenses, schemes, and things of that nature. It's time for Kenny Pickett to show who he really is. Now, the preseason has gone and passed. He has shown prominence, but he has to step up to the plate. And I believe this game, he will show his worth. On the other side, you have the Raiders. If on paper, they seemingly have an all-star team, but they're not playing up to par. They're not up to speed. Yes, they've won this season so far, and they look prominent, but they just can't seal the deal from time to time. And this game is going to be one of those games where it happens to come to fruition. So here, follow me. I'm taking the Steelers as my upset pick this week, and that is my pick. Now, there you have it. I've given you 4 picks, 1 upset alert. Please share, subscribe, like, comment. Please keep it engaged. It helps me, and it puts the program into the algorithm. It helps it out, and it helps me keep doing what I'm doing. And yes, I am open to friendly bets and friendly competition. If you think you know more than me, or you think you have a better pick or play than I am, put it down there. I test it. Just bring it. I have no problem with competition. I'm all about it. But most importantly, I'm all about that money. So I want you to get paid. I want you to get your money. And like I usually say to you, do not put all these things in a parlay. Play straight bets. It gives you a better chance of winning. But until next time, it's me, and I'm with you. Clem Boogie